What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we're going to be talking about SafeMoon, ticker symbol SFM, and we're going to be talking about why SafeMoon is one of the coins that could actually perpetually be rising over the long term, why I think it will be doing incredibly well, not just in 2022, but over the next many years, as long as it's active, essentially. I think that this coin actually has a lot more potential than most other cryptos out there. Yeah, that means Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that. I think SafeMoon probably has more potential than a lot of those coins out there for a couple of reasons we're going to talk about. Before we do, I'm going to briefly explain some of the key points of SafeMoon just in case there are any new viewers of the channel who don't understand what SafeMoon is all about and how it works in case you missed my last video. So let's get right into it by looking at SafeMoon's chart on coinmarketcap.com. So the first thing to note is that it's very important when you're talking about SafeMoon to be talking about SafeMoon V2. You don't want to be talking about V1 anymore. There are some key reasons why. SafeMoon V2 is up about 3% today, and its ticker symbol is SFM. So watch out for another SafeMoon that looks like this, that it's also called SafeMoon, but its ticker symbol is just SafeMoon. That is V1. You don't want to be trading this, and here is why. Because this is a tweet from the CEO of SafeMoon, and he actually said that V1 support is winding down. Now, they migrated a lot of these coins from V1 to V2. V2 is the most current version of SafeMoon, and V1, if you end up trading it, will be taxed at 100%, so you won't actually get anything if you transfer V1 tokens to another wallet, and they're doing this to remove the incentive to continue holding SafeMoon V1. They want everyone to move over to the new system on SafeMoon V2, so be very careful if you see a coin called SafeMoon that doesn't have the ticker symbol SFM. You want it to have the ticker symbol SFM right here, like you see on CoinMarketCap. That is SafeMoon V2. That's what you want to be dealing with if you're talking about SafeMoon. Now, SafeMoon V2, if you haven't migrated already, here's a brief instructional slide on the SafeMoon official Twitter page. You can actually just go here, follow these steps. Essentially, this will tell you what to do if you have any questions, and that should be a pretty complete guide on the SafeMoon 2.0 official Twitter, at SafeMoon on Twitter. If you guys have any questions about how to do it, here are the migration instructions right there. Now, the brief explanation of what SafeMoon is for in case anyone hasn't been paying attention to the past video that I uploaded. SafeMoon is essentially a crypto, and the reason that I think it could continue to grow over the long term is because of the 10% tax that it takes whenever a transaction goes through with it. So whenever you buy or sell SafeMoon, there's a 10% tax, and most people probably think right off the bat that that sounds like it's no good until you actually hear where that money is going. So first off, 1% of the money goes to a growth fund that they can use for development and marketing. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. 2% of that tax is spent on token burn. So essentially, those coins are destroyed, and that makes SafeMoon deflationary and essentially means that it should perpetually be rising in price if the same amount of people are interested in holding the same amount of SafeMoon. 3% of that pool goes to liquidity pool acquisitions, and that essentially just removes the need for market makers. And 4% of that goes right back into the hands of other SafeMoon holders. So if you're holding SafeMoon, you get a little bit of every transaction put back into your wallet. You don't actually have to do anything to acquire more SafeMoon other than hold it. It will just perpetually pay out this passive income of SafeMoon to you as long as other people are transacting in SafeMoon, as long as there's volume. You'll be getting a little bit of SafeMoon kicked back to you every time that happens. So it really does pay off to hold SafeMoon. That's essentially why they named it SafeMoon, because they incentivize people to hold the coin instead of just trade it around like a lot of other cryptos. It is incentivized that you hold it. So I will very briefly, before moving on to some pretty important news for SafeMoon, I will touch up on the channel analytics just to show you guys that we currently have 9,218 subscribers to the channel, and we're trying to get this to 10,000. We're trying to grow this channel with particularly a couple more SafeMoon enthusiasts, right? If you're a SafeMoon enthusiast, feel free to subscribe to the channel because I'll likely be covering SafeMoon news whenever it comes out in the future, as I'm trying to get more into it myself. So if you want, feel free to subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000, and I would love the additional support. So something that happened for SafeMoon recently, we did touch on this in the previous video, but we need to go and elaborate on it a little bit more, is that SafeMoon recently took out a bunch of ads in New York's Times Square. So this is actually really important for SafeMoon. We're going to talk about the effect that it had on the price, as well as why Times Square may not have been the ideal location to choose for this. But essentially, on December 31st, the last day of the year, SafeMoon announced that if you look up at Times Square, you will actually see their ads running on billboards there 3 times every hour for the entire year. For 365 days, they'll be running 3 ads every hour. So this actually adds up to an incredible amount of ads, and already a ton of these ads have played. In fact, if you looked if you do the math on it, I didn't do the math, but as of 3 hours ago, these ads have been displayed 336 times since January 1st and will be displayed 25,944 more times throughout the course of the year. So this is absolutely going to drive a lot of attention towards SafeMoon. It already has driven a lot of attention towards it. In fact, you can see that right after this announcement came out and the ads started being played, SafeMoon's price did rise to reflect that, right? More people obviously heard about this news. Maybe not all of them heard about them from the billboards because, once again, we've only played 336 ads, and we're going to play 25,900 more. So obviously, there are a lot more ads to be played. However, the price of SafeMoon did end up moving up because of this news, because a lot of people figured that this might drive up a price increase over the long term, because these ads are going to be played for such a long time over the course of all of 2022. They're playing these ads, and they're probably going to do other stuff like this, right? Because every time a transaction in SafeMoon goes through, they're getting 1% of that to go towards the growth fund, and they can do other projects like this that could further boost the price of SafeMoon. So it really pays off in the long term to end up paying this 1% tax on every transaction, because it already has risen the price of SafeMoon quite a bit. In fact, when I first entered SafeMoon, it was around 0.16 cents, and now it's at 0.317, so about a 50% increase. So it's already paid off massively because they had access to those funds from the growth fund. So the reason that I wanted to discuss these billboard ads is because, unfortunately, New York's Times Square may not have been the most ideal location to be displaying these. Obviously, it's a very prominent location. A bunch of people know about Times Square, and it's a very symbolic location, right? It's the center of finance. New York, at least, is. And a lot of people respect it for that. However, New York is not actually very friendly towards crypto. And in case you guys didn't know, New York, the Attorney General, earlier in 2021, warned cryptocurrency industry to play by the rules or that they would be shut down. So we're going to talk a little bit about this and why the billboards in Times Square may not have been the best locations to choose, but essentially, New York Attorney General warned individual investors about cryptocurrency, and industry members were also warned about the dangers of the digital asset. And this is a quote from the Attorney General saying, "We're sending a clear message to the entire industry that you either play by the rules or we will shut you down." So obviously, New York does not have a kind outlook to cryptocurrency. In fact, the Attorney General also said they told investors to proceed with extreme caution when investing in cryptocurrency. So obviously, New York is not the biggest fan of cryptocurrencies, which is unfortunate because that is where most of the ads are being played. And the reason that some of those ads, at least, might be getting wasted is because it's actually somewhat difficult to buy and sell cryptocurrencies in New York because of their regulations. So New York State is one of the hardest places in the country to get a business license to buy and trade cryptocurrencies, experts say. And the state's regulations have been referred to as hostile to cryptocurrency trading. And the reason that is because New York's license is called BitLicense, right? If you want to be a company that trades cryptocurrencies or enables cryptocurrency trading, you have to have BitLicense, which is given to you by the Department of Financial Services. And currently, only 29 companies have approval through the state to trade cryptocurrencies. And in 2021, the state only granted 3 such approvals. So it's a very tough state to do business in for cryptocurrency. So unfortunately, if those ads were being displayed in New York and New York was a little bit more lenient with allowing cryptocurrency trading, we could have potentially seen a bigger increase in SafeMoon's price. Now, I do like the increase in SafeMoon's price that we've seen so far for a couple of reasons. One, if you look at the bottom of this chart, and we're going to zoom in on it for just a second, you can see that the volume increased dramatically when the price was moving up. However, we have still been in a slight uptrend, actually, despite volume decreasing, right? So typically when you see volume decreasing, you would expect to see the price decrease as well. Especially after a big pump up like this. However, it's very fortunate that we've been able to maintain a small uptrend, if not just stagnate a little bit, while we've actually been decreasing in volume. Obviously, we still have much more volume than we had previously, but that is still a good thing, in my opinion. I think that it's really good that we haven't actually seen a decrease in price despite a decrease in volume. And not just that, but also we have seen a decrease in volume search-wise on Google Trends for SafeMoon, right? Obviously, on December 31st, a ton of people were looking up SafeMoon. In fact, at 12 a.m., right at the new year, we got a record 100 search ranking for SafeMoon. So apparently a lot of people were at home looking up cryptocurrencies during the new year. I was not, but a lot of people must have been. And it's very interesting to see that after that, we've slowly been fading away. It seems somewhat obvious, right? Because there was big news that came out for SafeMoon about those billboards on December 31st at 12 a.m. And it makes sense that we would slowly fade away in popularity. However, it is very encouraging to see that just because we've started fading away search interest-wise, we have not faded away price-wise. The price is still remaining at the same high levels that it's been, near the all-time highs, which is very fortunate for anyone holding SafeMoon. And it's good to see that the search volume on Google Trends is able to revert to a more normal level, because that means next time we end up pumping up search volume wise on Google Trends and a lot of new people start coming into the SafeMoon space, we'll probably end up being able to pump up it price wise again, because we've been able to stagnate here despite this descending. Once this ascends again, we'll be able to start pumping up again. That's my expectation, at least. Now, obviously, guys, none of this is financial advice. I'm not recommending to anyone to buy or sell or trade SafeMoon. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on the coin, telling you why I like it, and giving you guys some of the news. So if you appreciate that, feel free to like the video down below and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.